This is going to be our first project in 3D soft modeling, which doesn't have a lot of soft modeling skills, but we're going to start learning some texture mapping, UV mapping, and using Substance Painter. But I want to make sure everyone has a good understanding of how to apply materials to one object, how to bake it out, UV map it, make sure everything's fleshed out correctly in the UV mapping where everything is scaled correctly, and then, like I said, apply the proper texture in Maya. And we're going to be using Maya this semester. Again, it's kind of the industry standard still. I know some of you have some Blender background, but we'll be using Maya all the way through this course, and we'll just be using it very little, but we'll probably be using a lot less of it as we go on, because I want to mainly spend majority of the time in ZBrush and also Substance Painter. We may get into Substance Designer, but probably just those three packets that we just talked about. So we're going to work on something really simple. In the past, I've worked on a dumpster, which I thought was a quick project, but it usually ended up 2 weeks just modeling that. And this time I want to do something really fast. So we're going to do oil drums. These are really simple because we barely have to do any modeling in Maya. It's a cylinder. We'll do a little fancy modeling here and some edging and doing some soft edging and hard edging within the Maya software before we pass it on to Substance Painter. All right, so this is going to be your first assignment. We'll meet on the first day. We'll see if everyone can log in the computer, but then we'll see about your first assignment. So my favorite product to use is called PureRef. You see on here on the bottom, it's free. You can also donate to it too, but it is free for students and anyone who can download it, PC and Mac. And you can do this in Photoshop. You don't have to use PureRef, and it's probably easier for us in class to use Photoshop because there will not be PureRef on the Macs and the DOS Lab. All right, so your first assignment is to find 25 different images of steel oil drums. There are plastic ones out there. I think that's the new industry standard, but still they still use steel drums. The reason why we're going to do this versus plastic, I just love the idea of rust, and we're going to learn how to layer this stuff in Substance Painter. All right, so your first assignment is just kind of go into Google search, whatever search engine you want to use, and find different images of oil drums. So this is an artist that used oil drums, Christo. Actually, this was in Hyde Park in London. I actually got to see that. It was pretty cool. So you can see here's the plastic ones, but we're going for the oil. And again, look for dirty, grimy ones. I even typed in oil drums with graffiti. So definitely just, you can just click on them, make it maybe a little bit larger. You can actually buy some of these. I actually look on Amazon. You can buy these for $17 for the metal ones. All right, so that's your first assignment. Find 25 of them. During class, we'll actually see a video on the making of oil drums, just so you guys get to learn the processes of doing research on anything you model. You want to spend at least 2-3 hours researching what are you modeling, what does it do, what's its backstory, what's its functionality. It's really cool with just like seeing how something's fabricated, because it's all just flat steel, and then how they weld it, glue it together, and then ship it off. So anyways, it's a 1-minute video we'll watch in class on the first day, just so we have this idea. Think about like what these look like out in the sea with barnacles and stuff like that. So think outside of the box. Probably are not going to be modeling that, but think about there could be something in Substance Painter that does look like barnacles that we can download. All right, I am rambling on, but this is basically what I'll be talking about in class is probably just entire speech I'm giving now. Fill this out for 25 images of this. Again, any other histories of oil barrels would be great. What is the origins of it? If someone would look that up, that would be great. Were they literally just for transporting oil, or were other products used? I know other dangerous chemicals are used within this kind of shell or this kind of canister. All right, so that is your first assignment, and that way when we get started, you guys start to think about what to envision your oil can or your oil drum to look like. And we'll be adding graffiti. So if you have some really cool just flat graffiti images, that is something we'll work on your second homework assignment, is just graffiti. So you can add that on there. But right now I just want you to kind of think about aesthetics for oil cans or oil drums. And as we start building these up, we're going to put these into Unreal game engine. So basically what I'm teaching you guys is the kind of the pipeline for either Unity, but more I'm more interested in Unreal and the way we can put this. And so you guys are going to be learning how to put those textures, bake them out, and then put them into Unreal so you can see how all the normal maps, all the processes all the way through.